Cappuccino's visiting today. Dear Daniel is visiting. Tam is visiting. It's also dance night at the dance hall. We got too much stuff. I have to visit the village. Well, yeah. Let me visit our visitors first. Then we'll do our daily gifts. We have a lot to do. P.S. Everyone say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. We've got a fun-filled day ahead of us. We have so many people visiting the island that we got to say hi to. We got to do our dailies. We also have some more of the main storyline quest that has opened up. I hope y'all are settling in for a good time. Welcome back. Ooh! Oh, I'm just going to do collect all right now. I got a skirt. I got a snake thing. Oh, I don't know. And I got flower? Question mark? I got a lot of stuff, and I'm here for a lot of stuff. Your knuckle looks lovely today. Thank you so much. I grew it myself. I love your fourth eyelash of your right eye. Thank you. I prepped her this morning with some micellar water. Just for you. Just for you. Sims 4 for now, but 2 is what you started your Sims journey with, so it's calling your name. I haven't bought the 25th anniversary bundle yet. I'm waiting for my Twitch payout, and then I'm gonna buy it. Oh, Scottish, we just bought the upgraded deluxe version of the game yesterday. So if you're purchasing it on Steam, it is just $20. You get so much. You get a lot of the collections that already came out from the mobile game when it was just solely mobile. You get like 40 pieces of clothing, 40 pieces of furniture, all different collections. You also get so many items, the dye items. You get individual items like the sticks and things like that. You also get a huge number of the friendship bouquets, the friendship blossoms, and the deluxe island bouquets. So this means like if you really want to keep playing the game, say you're at a stopping point, okay? You've already gifted to a villager, and the next quest unlocks in like a level. You can keep playing because you're going to gift the villager more items, or say you need to collect a certain amount of items. Well, you can use a deluxe island bouquet. You're going to be receiving these from the game anyway, but you just get more of them with the deluxe version. If you're playing a ton, I think it's worth the extra $20. Like, I already had probably 20 hours in the game, and then when we bought it yesterday, I was like, oh my god, well, I can just keep playing for forever right now. So I personally think it's worth it. Did I already say what we're collecting for tomorrow? I would like you to find Cinnablooms. What do we need more of? I got a lot of apples. Probably the spinips, because we're gonna need that for sodas? Yeah. I got a snake hat. You're so tempted to upgrade right now. I do personally think it's worth it. Again, if you're already hyperfixating on the game, the deluxe version's gonna be for you. If you're trying it out for the first time, you can always upgrade later on. Hold on a second. Is everybody at the dance right now? Do I have to go now? Oh, Jesus. I know he said tonight, but like, I didn't realize that would be immediately. We would have to do that. I'm a sninup? A sninup. A sninup? I'll allow it only because it's you. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna just mass gift people that are in here. I meant to check the villagers or our visitors, but that's fine. Oh, I'm dying to know what Peckle's avatar palette will be. Maybe it'll be white and yellow. That could be pretty. SMG, enjoy dinner. Oh, you know what I should have done too? Have my Melody with me, but I don't think she would come with me anyway, right? Hi, can you maybe stop dancing? Will you come with me? Okay. Now, just because she's with me, I can still gift her here, right? Yeah. Okay. So one more gift for him. And then we'll gift my Melody, and then we'll gift everybody else. 5 hours? What happened? How'd everybody else sleep last night? Are y'all feeling funky fresh? I didn't go to sleep till like 2:30 after I finished my book and had my breakdown cry. Y'all know how it is, readers. My book babes. I really got to figure out what I'm reading next. I don't know if I want to do a romance, a romantasy. Ninth House, I'm going between. Fang fiction, I've already started and it's really good. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. My TBR is never ending at this point. 4:45! Oh my god. Well, you said you were over Friends, right? Friends' place? What time did you wake up? I'm okay. I promise life happened. Okay. Well, today's Friday. That's good. Now you can relax this weekend. Oh, we got another Avatar palette unlock. I'll give you one of these bars. 12. Oh yeah, you had a decent sleep. Tofu for my brofu. 3:30 or 4? Really? Slight witching hour. Anything in particular? Are you having like nightmares or anything, or you find yourself waking up then? That used to happen to me too. So there's 2 people that's not here. It's gonna be Hello Kitty, Karopi. Oh, Karomi's not here either. Speed swimmer ability upgrade. That's, I think, gonna come in handy. Oh, Choco Cat, I wanted to give him the increased stuff. Okay, we're gonna hold off on Choco Cat. Botsmaru. I'll give you one of everything else. Eh, we got an extra. Wake up around 2 or 3 every morning usually. Oh, because your dog needs to go potty. That's similar to my friend Jeanette. She's up anytime between like 2 to 4 because her cats want water. Sometimes Kubu, Charlotte's fine. She sleeps through the night, no problem. But sometimes my Kubi Booby boy. I think Kip was up earlier this week on Tuesday with Kubu at like 1:30. And then the same day, Kip woke up at 3:30 and was like, baby, we gotta get up. We gotta get ready for work. And I was like, it's 8:30 already? And I'm like, it's dark out. I checked the time and it was 3:30. And Kip was like, oh, okay, good night. I was like, okay, did you have like a dream within a dream that you thought like was real? Like what happened here? What happened to us? What's wrong? Wow, Love Muffin, how are you doing? To be at work at 4? How long normally is a shift for you? Like, do you do a full 8-hour shift from 4 onwards? Wow. Yeah, we'll do this one too. 8 do be looking like 3. When you're in that deep of a sleep. 3 chocolate coins for you, madam. I mean, sir. You wake up and lay there for a minute trying to go back to sleep, and every time I roll over to check the time, it's almost 4. Yep. And then you'll drift off again. I heard if you wake up around 3 or 4, it's not because of, like, the witching hour that a lot of people will normally say. It's because your, like, REM sleep gets disrupted for a number of reasons, but it gets disrupted. I could have gone to the crafting table at the other place, but I didn't want to. I have to craft some stuff for Choco Cat needs... Do we not have it? Oh, I thought we had stuff for the book. Oh, darn it. The ancient invention. Who gives me stuff for that? Maybe somebody we haven't talked to yet? Aquatic gift, rocky gift, swamp gift. Oh, I can make a mechanism. What the hell am I doing? Or I thought I needed a gizmo. I don't know. I'm making this right now because I think I need it. We're going back in. Costco and RV. Oh, no, I did. Oh, that's awesome. Do we please? You don't blame Kip? You've had that happen? Your 5:30 to 1:30 shift at the coffee shop? Yeah. In some ways, it's really... Oh, I didn't do multi-crafting for that. In some ways, it's nice to wake up early. You're up with the sun. Helps regulate your body. But also tired. Very tired. Swamp gift. Is that like swamp ass? You can't just ask that, Lauren. But presumably, yes. Presumably, yes. I'm the same way, Camellia. I usually wake up 30 minutes before my alarm and I'm just like lying in bed. Trying to get back to like a really good dream that I've been having. But does it work that way? No. Where is Botsmarut? You've been here this whole time? Did I already gift to you today and I didn't know? We have to go back for For Choco Cat anyway. My Melody's still with me? Knees to chest. Back in here. What's up, Taylor? Taylor, how you doing today, baby? Happy Friday. I really should do at least my dailies in this game over the weekend so that if we play this next week, we'll have some quests that we can get a head start on. Nice. Ooh, the beige blue might be really pretty. Hi, did I already gift to you? Oh my god, I did. Well, I did not need the balloons that I thought I did. We will leave. 4 a.m. Is that like a 24-hour gym that's open? Holy crap. I mean, good on him, though. I'm sure there's, like, nobody there. It's probably an amazing time to go and not be disturbed. So, like, I don't blame him at all. But in that same vein, could not be me. Oh, it opens at 4 and he's the first one there. Holy crap. Holy crap. Hi, the angle of this is very weird in here. Oh, a bakery. How wonderful. And Hubs gets home around 6. That must be great. Oh, a bakery. I feel like it would be so magical to work in a place like that. Just be like surrounded by people, making things for people. As the day starts, you're all waking up together. I love that. I love that. Can you tell I would be, like, if I was a millionaire or in another life, I would run a bookstore and cafe / bakery. A bookstore, cafe, bakery. Say that 5 times fast, chat. We still need a gift to Hello Kitty, and then Karopi is over there. Busy day at work. Only a couple more hours. Yeah! Any weekend plans? This goes for everybody. Any weekend plans for anyone? We have to go out tomorrow for errands. We usually do our errands on Sundays, and tomorrow's like a lazy or like a date day. But we are getting a nor'easter Saturday night into Sunday, so we have to go out tomorrow. We're gonna go to PetSmart to get a harness for Kubu, because he has not been doing that well with his martingale collar lately. Get some dog food. We're going grocery shopping. Walgreens for some prescriptions and some other doodads that we need. And then we might be going to one of our bookstores tomorrow too as the date portion of our day. And then we're gonna be home and shoveling snow on Sunday. Groom tomorrow? Very nice. Wait, is sleep? Absolutely. Oh, I am for sure scheduling in a nap tomorrow afternoon. I will tell you that. Sounds like a business out of the new Sims expansion pack. Except for the Sims, I would do like a combination bookstore, bakery, cafe, tattoo parlor. IRL, I think I'd leave the last part out. Irish, do you love it? Isn't it cute? Ah, Dr. Cat, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Let's go. Can we get some love and hype in the chat? Hell yeah. So are you in between trying to figure out which one you want now? Is this going to be a situation where you're going to have to make like a pros and cons column for them? Or is there one that you're leaning more towards? Hi, Trinka. Oh, how wonderful. Happy birthday to your sister. Or 1 to 3 inches, right. So, AKA, you need to stay home or you'll be going out, but it'll just be a little miserable out. Totally feel you on that. Totally feel you on that. Yeah? Book, bakery, coffee, wine shop. Done. Done. It's funny because I've always wanted to run one in my life, and then when I see successful ones, I want it even more. But also, I told y'all, I'm a workaholic. So, like, realistically, I think if I were to set that up, it would be incredible, but also not incredible for me and my personality type. I think I would just never leave. I don't think that I would have a life outside of that. And I'm already trying to set boundaries with streaming. So. This is why I said if I'm a millionaire, because then it wouldn't matter about the money and I could just vibe there and like delegate tasks. But like if it was my pride, my baby, no. No, she would be very unwell. Applied to 5 total. Cool, okay. Ooh, all over the country and have somewhat different experiences. Awesome. Also, I think you probably answered me before, Dr. Cat, so I'm really sorry if you have to repost this when chat was going fast. When you're talking about a residency, is this for like a physician? Like in a hospital? Like you are going to be a budding doctor? And if so, tell me more about it, I guess, in general. I'm so excited for you. This is great news. Oh, there's so many things to catch over here. So I don't know how we're supposed to increase our friendship with our travelers. That's something I don't know yet, and it's just automatically happening. I can tell you care about everybody who visits. By the way, I thought you might like this. Oh, I got fabric. Hey, thanks. I could use your help, though. So, yeah, so every time they're like, oh, there's a request on the thing. So it's like a timed request. And if I do that for them, then they can live here? Question mark? I still don't know how this works, chat. What? My Melody, what are you doing? Oh. Is this your house? Okay, you're behind over there. Where's my other villager? Oh, no. You're up here? Oh, we didn't fill number 4 yet. Okay, that's on me. I thought I had 4 people visiting, not 3. So we gotta go see Damn Daniel. Hello? Physical therapy. Okay, awesome. 4 out of 5 are a combination of outpatient and inpatient, but they'll all focus on cardiovascular and pulmonary populations. That's awesome. So you would have been somebody that would have worked with my mom. Oh, that's wonderful. That is so cool. I'm so excited for you, darling. That's awesome. From what you've gathered. Okay. I didn't know if I was missing anything. Also, look at this little guy. Have you visited the dessert boat lately? His treats are much tastier than the stuff you buy at the supermarket. Has Espresso mentioned me lately? I don't even know who Espresso is. I hope so. He's a really talented artist and very handsome. Okay. Oh, I got hot cocoa! I don't even know how you make that yet. I'm on it. And then here's Daniel. I know he needs a date with Hello Kitty. But I don't know how I'm supposed to be making that happen. I'll try and head out tomorrow. What? What? You're not going anywhere. Hold on. Chat. We gotta prioritize Damn Daniel's date. Also, I know it's Dear Daniel, but I just think Damn Daniel is so much funnier. Okay? All right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Me too, Daniel. Me too. Friendship quests. Okay, hold on. So, okay. Martin, this is, or anybody, this is locked for me right now. So I can't do it. Does that mean I need to have him as a resident first? And if so, how do I get him as a resident? Because I can't gift things to him. Am I just talking to him? I feel like I screwed that one up and I don't know how to rectify it. I have nothing else that I should be doing for him, right? Do the daily quest whenever he's visiting. Am I missing the daily? Okay, all right, give me a second. Oh, okay. All right, so he doesn't have a daily quest attached to him, but the other ones do, so we should prioritize these. Cook an item with a palm tree tag. Any of it? And then cook an item with a baked tag. Okay. How do I know? What is which? I don't know. We'll see maybe if a tag will be listed before I cook the item. Hello Kitty's sister, after a few quests, she went from, I could live here to, I'm thinking of staying. Okay. So it does have to do with the dailies then. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, darling. I do appreciate that. All right, so I need a baked good tag. So is the tag, hold on. Would it be in my, here's the tags. Here are the tags. Okay. So the baked good, that could be it. I need a tropical tag listed. I just want to see if I already have one or if I have to make one. So I have the baked good. I don't have a tropical tag. At least for nothing that I've made right now. So I'm going to make the things I don't have already and see if they have a tropical tag to them. I don't know how else to go about it. One of these has got to, right? Pineapple? Q, how are you doing? Hello, sweetheart. Silly, you're going to bake my goods? I hope you do. Set the oven to 350, darling. Also, I'm so sorry. I don't know where that straight man voice came out of the woods from, but he popped out for a minute. Oh, I gotta collect our flower of the day. Let me just snag this. Okay. Anything? Do we got something? That's a baked good. This one. I knew it. Look at the tag. Okay, so we've got the items already. I just gotta give them. Oh, did I just have to... Why are they gone? I just had to make one? I don't have to gift it? Oh. Well, that was easy. Oh. Okay, they need to be residents. Okay. Yeah, lost luggage, blah, 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 blah. All right. We have other quests we have to work on, but before I do that, I have to scoop up some items from various areas. So, we're gonna chill. We're gonna gather right now. Oh my god, look at you. Come here. Hey, can you go away? Ma'am, do you mind if you... No. So do I have somebody that can gather items with me and I get extras? Let's look at our friends. 50% faster. When gifting, crafting, fishing. We could be speed walkers with Pachaco. Critters. Climbing. Jumping. Diving. All right, I'm going to find Pachaco. Since we're going to be going around, he'll be a good person to have with us so we can, like, speed through this. Come with me. Look at how he run. Malice High, let's go! Slay, baby. Tell us all about it. What did you do? What does it look like? I have to get mine done next week. I'm looking right now for any cute ideas for Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. So, I'm thinking about doing something that's like, okay, let me try and explain this. So my ring finger and my thumb will be red. And I'm gonna have some like pink or white hearts on it. And then the rest of my fingers are gonna have red tips on them. You feel like that's too boring? Is it too basic? I tried looking for some inspo online, and a lot of it is honestly like really basic stuff that I personally do not like. Oh, kisses. Okay, I think the kisses could be adorable. And maybe some the kawaii stars. I don't know what you actually call them. They basically look like a cross, but it's longer in some sections. Like the sparkle star. Do you know what I'm talking about? My girls love doing that to fill in some places, so I wanted those to be on there too. So much rubber today. Chat, I'm getting so many balls. Still want to know what these pink flowers are. Oh, is that something? Oh, got a CD from that. Basic isn't boring. It's popular for a reason. You are right. You are right. God, I love getting my nails done. Yay for balls! Is it true? You're welcome. But also, I'm so sorry. I didn't unlock this cabin, so I'm just gonna unlock it right now. Oh, speaking of... I want to see if any are en route to us. Oh, that's right. I didn't have the fish furniture. We have to work on that today, too. I completely forgot. That's going to be a pain in the butthole. Whee! Oh! We've got one of our missing parcels. Okay, y'all told me about this before where I actually have to check on the parcel. Here. Worn down old box that has seen lots of adventures? Choco cat? Question mark? It is! I was right. What's a pain in your butthole? Oh, we're gonna have to fish up a lot of fish, basically. So I'm gonna need Batsmaru for that. That's for sure. Can I just climb into this next area? Yeah. I'm working late. I honestly don't need a lot of these supplies. I need apples. That's what I need. We've got to be on the lookout for apples. The little danglers. Drew, we got the deluxe edition yesterday. If you're already obsessed with the game, it is so worth it. So worth it. You get so many pieces of furniture and clothing, additional items. For 20 bucks, I felt like I got my money's worth. I really did. 3 cats are, oh my God. Is it a snuggle puddle? You are so lucky. You are so lucky. Honestly, I really should be doing this game. Yeah, because I'll collect apples no matter what. We'll do this game. We gon' do it. Wake up. Oh, I forgot I have to actually grab it. Now you want to upgrade it? I do think it was really worth it. I do. And remember, I paid for it with my own money, though I will say Lauren helped me out with 3/4 of that yesterday from bits. So it was a little bit of a group effort, but I was thinking about doing it anyway. I would have spent the full $20 myself because of how much I play it. But if you want to be asleep, then you should take a beautiful, lovely, very good nap. You're happily a glucose guardian. I feel like Pip from Great Expectations. Thank you. Oh, I got the blue brain hat. Awesome. That's how you do it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know if I'm going to get any other apples over here today. Nada. All right, let's move on from this section. I need the sweet little cactus boys. I know that. We're going to go to the oasis area and drop down. This is going to help us making... I don't even remember. Soda? I just know I need them. I really should have this written down. I wonder if a Cozy Gamer's already come up with like a daily checklist for this game. Probably. We just gotta scour the internet for it. But Choco's really like trying to help us out here. And then I want to see if we've got any dailies over here on Mount Hothead. Some of the stuff I don't think we're going to find because I was supposed to have them find them instead. So we'll see what we can come up with over here. Homemade mac and cheese. Can I have a bite? Would you, if it's not too much trouble, Q, could you spoon feed me on the Discord? Really? I need to join it. I keep forgetting because I see it in the channel. And I'm like, oh yeah, I should join the Discord. I gotta do that later tonight. And then save it, obviously. Anything else around here? Oh no. I got stuck! Yes, Mount Hothead. Let me show you. Mount Hothead. Not like the weirdest thing you heard me say in here, but still kind of weird nonetheless. Things can always be worse. Did I already open this one up over here? Yeah, I did. Which ones? Hold on a second. I have one more from the Icy Peak area that I'm missing. 2 more from Mount Hothead. 1 more from the reef, and all the other ones are unlocked. Okay. I figured just through playing the game that we would unlock them. But maybe I was wrong. Oh, I got a sand dollar from that. Can you hand me a crisp $100 sand dollar? Is that cool with you? What? You left before I even said hello. Silly, thank you so much for the mod love. Legend behavior. I heard something else. What did you... What, like Mount Pothead? Anything can be a butt plug if you try hard enough. Violet, 2325. That was a day that I was having an out-of-body experience. I mean, like, it was me. But y'all know me. I would never say something like that on a good day. Chat, can I lie? Can I please lie to you? Oh. We got a magma bloom. I can't remember what I put in the box for collecting. I thought it was magma blooms. Maybe it was the other thing. Not getting away from me, bucko. Apparently I already went over here, but I didn't see too much. More almonds. Anybody in here like almonds? I liked almond milk, but God, I hated almond joys. Iron from that. Very good. Now, wait just a minute. What? What are we waiting a minute on? Oh, there's Gudetama. Hello, sweet boy. What is that? Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Why did I think that was an AOC link? AOC link. Oh my god. AO3 link. It's a Notion checklist! Lauren, can you do me a favor? Can you put this in general gaming top? Well, where would this be under? Farming set? Well, put it in general. General gaming. Daily to-dos. Do all daily weekly quests. Gift all island residents 3 gifts. Ask Newell and island residents to find items for you. Visit visitors, gather materials, resources, pick up event currency, go shopping in your stores, take care of your flowers. Oh, is that what's going to be growing at some point? Oh, that's so exciting. That's so exciting. I need a quote command. I know. I really do. You hate almond milk and love almond joy. I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. What's wrong with me? Sensitivity to them, yeah. Coming soon to a TV near you. Some say this young mountain was a rogue detective, that they wouldn't control their emotions, yet they would get the job done. When some other mountains go missing, it's only this young detective that can save them. Will they be able to catch the criminal? Watch Mount Hothead, 7 p.m. on CBS. Now, I'd watch that show. I'd watch that show. What if they were, like, called Detective Hothead? And it would only be Mount Hothead when you were mounting... Never mind. I know! That's why I mistakenly was saying AO3, because I was like, oh my god, is it back? And Hello Kitty has some fan fiction? That just means we can trade. Exactly. No waste. A horse? Yes! That's totally what I was going to finish that sentence with. Mount a horse. Anyway. Hello. Can you leave me? Bye. I need to check out our stores today before we have to take another break and the ad starts. You're welcome. I'm sure there is Hello Kitty fanfic. There's gotta be. I feel so bad for my fanfic babes. I feel like there's pure chaos in the fanfic community when AO3 goes down. Look at this Whittle Queen backpack! Oh my god, it's so punk! Okay. We've got the green shades over here. Anything? God, what just got unzipped? Was it you? I kinda like the shorts, I'm not gonna lie. I can't buy them anyway. Sunshine overalls. Oh. No, I need the sun hat. Oh, that's a beach babe hat. Yeah. Okay, bye. Sometimes the imagination does weird things. Refresh their Twitter over and over again until they tell me it's back up. You're like, I need this. Ooh, do I already have one of these? It would tell me if I did, right? I love the kawaii dresser. Kawaii wallpaper. Ooh, I already have one of these. Dragon tea set, antique flooring. Coastal decorative plant. Coastal seaside table. I like that one. I don't have enough shells. This is not a shell yeah moment. This is a shell no. I'll unzip your, never mind. Sorry, I didn't think you'd hear my zip. Me too, Jasper. You haven't read in like a year. I've done a lot with various different, like, fandoms. So, like, Fourth Wing from Blood and Ash and ACOTAR. But also, my biggest one is Stranger Things, specifically with Eddie Munson. I feel like the majority of my fics are split between AO3 and Tumblr. So, I like reading a lot of, like, AU fics and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like I've been a big fanfic person since, I don't like saying this, but since the Wizard days. The Wizard Boy days. And then, like, any time that I would have a hyperfixation, I'd be like, oh, I bet they got fanfic for that, right? They clearly must, so then I'm on there again. I do. I have one bear chair already. Are you impressed by me? Speaking of whacking, do you want Snoopy to come back? Y'all want Lauren lore? Of course we do. The one that you're obsessed with is from the Wizard Boy. Is it really? There's one fic that I want to read because it's huge and it's going to be traditionally published this year. It's called Manacled, and I downloaded it from AO3 before it was removed. And the traditionally published book is called Alchemized, but it's basically Dramini fic. I've heard incredible things about it. So that's been on my TBR for a while, and I really want to take the plunge before like it actually, gets out there. Oh, but a gay one? Oh yes! Was it amazing? Yeah, send me that sometime. Let me know about it. That's awesome. Mine is a Dramini. SMG, are you asking Jasper? Yu-Gi-Oh! Really? I shouldn't be surprised, and yet, I love that for you. Lauren, I'm gonna say this as a compliment. I feel like that fits in so well. I really do. Spicy! Okay. Violet lore, you name it, I've probably read it or been obsessed with it at some point in my life. All right? Let's start from a young age. When I was young, let's say 10 and under, I loved Goosebumps. I loved the Bunnicula. I loved a lot of American Girl books. Middle school, I was obsessed with The Giver, To Kill a Mockingbird. So, like, more classics. Early high school, Shakespeare. And then we went into, like, a 10-year love affair with dystopian novels. Fahrenheit 451, Brave New World, 1984, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, like, a lot of, like, the young adult stuff. And then around the last 5 years of my life, romance and dark romance. And then within the last 2 years, romantasy. So I would say I'm big into, like, right now, romantasy and romance subsets. Some mystery in there as well. Mystery thriller. But that's what I'm into right now. I love to read in general, but like, the genre has always changed in my life. Oh, so good. So good. Oh my God, Spicy, you stop it, babe. Thanks for just being here with us. I appreciate that. What is everybody else into? Like for genres, what are y'all into? If you read fanfic, are there any like fandoms that you are like obsessed with? Let me know. Dark romance. All right, so Haunting Adeline. I like a lot of them that have to do with like dark romance, maybe at school or like dark academia. Love. Anything that A.J. Merlin writes. If you like dark romance, you need to read stuff by her. She is my favorite dark romance author. A.J. Merlin. M-E-R-L-I-N. A lot of her stuff is on Kindle Unlimited. A gummy bear. Okay, we already went through this section. I want to go here. How many minutes do we have till an ad? Haunting. So I heard about hunting and I said, I don't think I'm emotionally ready to read something because I read the trigger warnings, which I usually, trigger warnings for me are like a menu, but that was tough for me. So I have not yet read Hunting Adeline. Only Haunting Adeline. I also haven't read the third in the series or like the stuff with her grandmother. You know what I'm talking about if you've read the series. I love the Lord series. I love the Lord series. More mystery thriller. Thriller and horror. Yeah, yeah. You can't with that one. Hey, that's so fair. That's so fair. I feel like dark romance, a lot of the good stuff is really on Kindle Unlimited for that. Oh, is that something? What is this here? Oh, it's nothing. It's me in the water. Read from her library after. The Ends series. A good mystery. If you like a little bit of spice, also like mystery, also like suspense, I read a great book in December. Haha, it is on my shelf. Hold on. Can we not with this music right now? Dear God. Hold on, I have to put on my slippers. I don't want you to see feet for free. It's called You Shouldn't Have Come Here. You can clearly see that I got it from Target. It is incredible. It is incredible. This is one of those books where I feel like the less you know, the better going into it. Lots of twists and turns. It's so good. So if you like, I wouldn't classify this as dark romance per se. It's definitely more like mystery thriller with some spice elements in it. But it's excellent. It's excellent. You Shouldn't Have Come Here by, oh, the sticker is on this author's name. By Geneva Rose, maybe? Geneva something. It's also a New York Times bestseller. So, very good, very good. Okay, listen. The ads are about to start to play, so let me put on words on stream. Hopefully that won't screw up this time. All right. Feel free to keep talking about books as well. You know I love that. We can talk more about books when I come back. All right? Geneva Convention. The fishing scene? Yes. 100%. Rena, how are you, by the way? 100%. I do suggest it. Was not a 5-star read for me. It was 4-star. You can see what I rated it on Goodreads. If you check out, it should be under my read in 2024 area. I can't remember what star rating I gave it. I think it was 4-star. I think it was 4-star. I really enjoyed it. Or 5-star. All right, we'll be back soon. Enjoy your enrichment time, chat. I'm going to come back with some food, too. Hope y'all don't mind. Nice job, chat. Thanks for having lunch with me. We did pretty good. I got one from everything since I've been back. Impressed with me today? I'm like, no, my brain isn't here. Well, actually, it might be. It might be. Nice job, y'all. We tried. That one was a really hard one. I'm immeasurably impressed with you. As always. Okay. Get back into Hello Kitty, shall we? Also, y'all, if you're just coming in, welcome. Hi, Fenton. Zuki, how are you doing? Good to see you. Agnes, Firefly, hello. Plop some highs in the chat if I said hi to you already. I know, the hidden V. So I was like, silly, what did you put in the chat? I'm like trying to compare because I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, you did great. The hiding the answers is really hard. 5 letters is already difficult. You're hiding the answers from me? Okay, well, what am I supposed to do with this information? Love you. Hello, I'm new here. So you decided to lie to chat today. Work's been busy, but we're here. Hell yeah, you are. I appreciate you being with us, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Do you like it? This is one of the fits that comes with the deluxe edition, so I was very obsessed with it, darling. Very obsessed. Oh, we got new mail. What did I not look at yet? Oh, launch party 4 out of 5. We got even more stuff. Chat, look at all this. Everybody gets this. I'm assuming I already collected it. Amazing. Pink Cloud ice cream, chocolate chai, pumpkin spice soda. I am here for that. Possum, are you a bot? You're not new. I didn't either. I bought the regular edition, and then yesterday, after, what, a week and a half of, like, hyperfixating on it, I upgraded. I was like, it's gonna be worth it. And it was. It really, really was. Okay, so. We've done our gifting dailies. We gathered items. We looked at our shops. We visited our visitors. So now to go through and see what we can do today. I gotta talk to Hello Kitty. Final lesson for that. Talk to Peckle. Can't do that one yet. We gotta talk to Kuromi for the next potion hunt. And then Reef Revival from Karapi. We got a lot to do today. It's already been an hour. How's this happening to us? Steph, how are you doing? Hello. So many bots in here today. I don't know. Am I feeling like a bot? Kind of. I'm feeling schmoopo today. The last cake is sugar kelp cake. I love cake. I can make that for you, no problem. Kip said the cake is a lie. That's from Portal, right? I'm a gamer. Bex high. I might have added the game to my wish list. Never played any Hello Kitty before. I don't think I have either. No other Hello Kitty games. This is my first, but I like Sanrio stuff. It's done and it smells so delicious. Let's try it together. We did it! We completed the lesson. Oh, we increased our friendship too. We got more bots in here today? No, wait a minute. Wait a heckin' doodle. What was the next quest that opened up for her? Freshly baked with love, maybe? Yes. I'm gonna stay here while we're here. I forgot who this delivery is for. I put their name on it. But a bakery treat basket. Oh my god, look how cute that is. Chat, if any one of you got me a bakery treat basket, I would simply perish. So who is this for? Oh, to Karapi. Well, that's great. I gotta talk to that frog anyway. You did? You bought it? Did you buy it today? Did I make you weak? I'm so sorry. Hello. Here's a basket. Hello Kitty is the best. Yay! Oh my god, so many of the characters are level 10 or higher now. That's great. Cool. Oh, I got Critter Totem crafting plans, which is awesome because I think that's like a loved gift from him. Do you want to talk with me about something? No, I have to return to Hello Kitty. I want to see if I can craft those already. The Critter Totem crafting plans. The Critter, no. Rocky, no. How do you do? That favorite. I need more coconuts. My coconuts. Oh, there's one right behind. So I could make a singular one, which I'm going to do today. So this is interesting. So if you're crafting, a favorite item will be listed as a favorite. So I'm kind of surprised that this is not listed as a favorite item for Choco Cat. They just must really like it, but it's different. All right. You blame me? I am so sorry. But also, you're going to have a lot of joy. So really, I'm not that sorry, question mark? You can't afford it yet. That's so fair. Well, that's just it. I was like, I'm gonna buy this and I'll hold off on The Sims. I gotta wait until Twitch pays me the end of next week. I don't know what today's date is. I think a week from now I gotta wait. And Onyx Flame. Yeah. So fair. So fair. I don't blame you. Blame placed in the best way possible. We had another one. Who is this one for? To Choco Cat. Okay. Is there a faster way that I can pull up the one that I'm working on? LT? No. LT. Okay. Not left bumper, left trigger. This is why, though, when a lot of streamers are like, oh, I don't really think I'm that influential. Oh, I don't care if a game pays me for playing it. We're not sponsored or affiliated at all with Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and so many of you have purchased the game because of us playing it. And of course, you know, I genuinely do love it. But it's still something that a lot of streamers, I think, don't take into account. So did they dance every night? At least they're all in one place. Hi. Mind if I bother you? That it? Okay, return to Hello Kitty. Poor Peckle. Peckle's just walking into things. Walking into poles. I still need to figure out how long the day-night cycle is while you're actively playing. Good thing I have a bed now, though. We don't have to wait. Yeah. I'll do one more. Who's this one for? Botsmaru, who I believe was also getting down and dirty with a jig. Yes. Also over here. I'm going to have to hop in the Discord some point later and get the other fast travel points. I'm still missing, what, 4 or 5 of them? Here you go. Hi, Gru! Oh my god, thanks. You know, I was missing my roomie. Honestly, I really thought that this would go with my fit today. Let's hide my red face with a hat. How are you, beautiful? It's good to see you. Watching streams is a way to learn some games exist. Exactly. You wouldn't buy it if you didn't know it was there. 100%. I feel like, for me, I base my game, what I'm going to play, and this is also from, like, a consumer point. I might not stream all the games that I buy, but I base it off of streams and YouTube videos on them. Yeah, it's huge. It matches well. She cooked. She absolutely cooked. I wish she came out with, like, a sweatshirt with, like, the same coloring in it. Each in-game island days takes around 24 minutes. Oh, interesting. Thanks, Lauren. All right, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I figured it was something like 20 or 30 minutes. I like how it's 24 minutes on the dot to represent 24 hours, though. That's kind of pog. Feeling icky this morning, but you slept for a few hours that made you feel better. Oh, I'm glad to hear about it. Did you feel like you were getting sick, or you were just like, not feeling yourself? One more basket. Who was this one for? My Melody. She's not dancing, is she? Jesus Christ, she's also dancing? Maybe this wouldn't have been as bad if we didn't have to go back to the exact same spot 1,200 times. Oh, a migraine. God, I'm so sorry. I've been nursing a headache all morning, but I'm really thankful it didn't get into migraine territory, because that can knock me out for 2 days. Whew. Love and solidarity, my friend. The Sims packs? Yeah. I used to do that. Oh my god. Okay, so before I was a streamer, you know who is my favorite Sims content creator? And you're probably not going to believe this. Now, yes, Lil Simsy was up there. LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. Does anybody remember watching him? He stopped doing reviews for The Sims for a while because he he fell out of love with it. He didn't like with the direction they were going in. But I would always base buying a new pack around LGR's review on YouTube. Like clockwork. So I totally get you on that. You never would have bought or even had in your radar? Same! Coral Island. I think I found out originally about that from Twitter because I backed it on Kickstarter. Dreamlight Valley, streams. Fields of Mystria, streams. Infinity Nikki, streams. Yup. I am so the same. So the same. For you, it's Shella, Simsy, and James you watch mostly. I would say religiously now for the packs. Well, it's kind of hard because I feel like we do a first look together. So I feel like I'm my own reviewer now. But I like the bigger pack reviews from Simsy, Shella. I feel like they're my top. Probably Simsy and Shella. If I'm doing a kit, if I'm watching kit reviews because we don't buy all the kits, it can be a number of creators, honestly. LGR on YouTube. So I would say he primarily does a lot of retro-based content. So if you liked any video games from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, he plays a lot of like old DOS games as well. He dabbles in The Sims, but he's basically like a retro gamer. But he really is awesome. He's awesome. Thank you for the snack. Chocolate pineapple pudding. Sounds delicious. I'll take it. Also, I wonder if that means that we can unlock that now. We did get some new stuff today. Are you coming with me? Why is she coming with me? Why are you here? Does she have to? What's happening? Why is she stuck with me now? Did she tell me she was doing something and I completely ignored her? We got some drinks and we got some desserts. I'm gonna go to the dessert maker first. Hi, Moni. Welcome on in. You watched the LGR review before you buy Sims 3, but same! Sims 3 and then the early days of Sims 4. We actually got like a couple of good years out of him before he did a hiatus for like a year or two and then he came back. Yeah. English Simmer. Molly's so awesome. Blue On, yes. The Planet Coaster 2 streams are so good. That's awesome. I really, really love that. Okay, so. Purple pudding, pumpkin pudding. There's some other things that I thought that I had in here for the dessert. Let me check my inventory. Red bow apple pie. All right, so that's soda. Chocolate pineapple pudding. Chocolate pineapple. Maybe that needs to be upgraded first. Pink clouds ice cream. I don't think we have that yet. We don't. So just plain pink clouds, maybe? Glue On is hilarious. So hilarious. I got sweet pudding from that, not an ice cream. So that must be an additional one, too. Okay, I think the things that we got, we can't actually unlock yet. So I'm going to ignore that. Planet Coaster 2, another try. I was going to buy that, but I didn't end up doing it because of the price tag. But I know what you mean. Some of those sandbox type games, I love them, but the amount of customizations you can do can be like really overwhelming. So you're like, oh, I'm just going to shut down and not do any of it. So I didn't end up purchasing it myself. Okay, we're not tracking progress for that. We'll do the next one for Potion Hunt. Is Hello Kitty still with me or did she leave me alone? That girl was like stalking me. Incredible. Zeebs, thank you for the lurk, by the way. They're the top tier power, but wait a minute. What were you going to say to me? Say it. Full chest. Oh, Plumbella is awesome. I think she doesn't do more pack reviews now, right? She does more like video essays. Karapi again. Didn't he have our potion card yesterday too? All right. Weird. Return to Disney Dreamlight Valley? Me too. I have both of the DLCs now. I am so behind. I would have a lot of stuff to do, but I also think that I would be overwhelmed and then log on one day and be like, let's do one thing, and then be like, okay, I don't want to play anymore. But I'm getting the itch from it. So at some point, we very well might go back to Disney Dreamlight Valley. Where is this man walking? You going back to see Botsmaru? Could have just fast traveled over here, you ding-dong. Pain in my butt. Hi. Yes. You put it in their habitat. What? Why? They can't read! You're a dingus. The nature preserve. But which one? The nature is it just in here altogether? Wait, which one? Oh, you're telling me which way to go. All right, thank you. I'll follow. I didn't mean to do that. Almighty, thanks for the hydrate. Oh, yeah, those lore videos and deep dives. Didn't she do one about the history of Bella Goth? And, like, the lore from The Sims 2, 3, and 4 with Bella Goth? I remember something really awesome, and I was like, this is so cool. It was so exciting. Look at the bunny sip is me. You know who else did stuff on some Sims lore surrounding Bella Goth? Game Theory. This is back when Matt Pat was still on Game Theory. I think this was like a month or two before he left. I'm assuming I'm just going back to you, right? Yeah, bring it back to Kuromi. It was a really well and researched video. I don't know if he scripted it or not, but it was really good. Hi. Here's your card. Oh, do I have to gift it to you? No. Hi. Did I... What? Oh. The critters were enjoying this one. Oh, a speedy swimming potion. Gorgeous. Okay. Speedy swimming potion. I already have enough. I love that we can be little witches in this game. And we totally trust Kuromi, and we're gonna ingest it. Let's see this one in action. Do we have to? A recipe for success. Okay. We got more to work on tomorrow. Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. There's actually a lot of recipes for the cauldron. I'm surprised. Matthew Patthew, yeah! I like Matthew Patthew. All right, we'll talk to Peckle. And then we've got the Reef Revival from Karopi. Oh, God. Oh, you're fine. Just stay in the water. Don't you mean a recipe for seduction? Of course I do. Of course I do. Oh, he is. He's listed as one of the writers. Oh, Peckle's not in here. Where am I going? Peckle! No, he is. Right? Peckle isn't here. Where is he? There he is. I didn't see him. I think he was just watsing around. What's up? Other places around Gemstone Mountain could use some attention. Have I been up to the old corral yet? Darn tootin'. Oh, the Rockadoodler is to Rome. Okay. We'll do it. What's up, plants? How you doing, babe? How's your Friday going? Willie, you're a peckle. No, but really, where are we going? Oh, hi. Ha-ha. I'm gonna collect all the rockadoodles. I don't know if we can fast travel there, but I'm just gonna hike it on foot. We're doing good, baby. How are you? You excited that it's Friday? More like Fry-yay! There's also been Feral Friday in here, and I've already cried. I've got a headache, but I'm doing pretty good right now. Where are we going? They just blipped up here. Did you see that? Please don't fall off of the ladder. Okay. Okay. Climb all... How the hell would the rockadoodles get up here? Question mark. Did I already open this one? It is the Gemstone Corral. Okay. Oh, this place. Yeah. They look like me, only with rubies. I don't really see the resemblance. For the sake of the rockadoodlers. Okay. Oh. They like to roam during the day. Okay, well, how many do we need? 6 of them? Six of them and the sun is setting. We might have to sleep it off. I caught one down below. Where else could they be? I'm gonna fast travel back to here and see if we can catch another one. Might be hard, chat. 6 of them? I've been able to catch like 2 at a time. They have wings, probably flew. They probably try to flap real hard either way. Y'all ready for the weekend? Any big plans? Quithy, hi, baby. How are you doing, honey? Wings like chickens. Hold on a sec. Can chickens fly? Am I just noticing this now? Waiting on responses is so boring. Well, at least it's not like off the walls, crazy busy that you want to cry. But also, I hate it when it's boring. Oh, I found another unlockable house. Okay, we gotta wait until it's the daytime. So I'm gonna go home and try this technique that Card Shark told us about. And I'm gonna try and sleep in a bed. Chickens can fly. Not far, but also yes. I had no idea. Charlotte's laying right next to me right now and just emitted the most noxious gas that the US government will probably use in war. I'm trying to clear my sinuses right now. Please hold. She's napping. She didn't even know what she did. And there wasn't like a toot sound. It was just like, oh, you want to die today, Mom? Sorry, chat. Woo! Anyway, do you feel bonita? They have to have at least one wing clip to prevent them from flying away. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Sleep until daytime. Ah! Oh, it did work. Death by puppy fart. Wouldn't recommend it. She's still so adorable, but like, God, what am I feeding her? Baby girl! Enough of that. Also, yes, please go follow Gru. Thank you so much for the shout out for Gru. Thank you, darlings. Y'all are amazing. I smooch you on the nostril. She never used to be. It's gotten so much worse with her older age now. Like my little puppy girl that used to like emit a loud little fart and she'd bark at her own butthole. Be like, what's happening to me? What is that? Now she naps, she eats, and she passes gas. And I literally thought that, like, she had, like, pooped on the floor or something. That's why I had to look over at her. I'm like, do I have to clean up something? Oh, God. No, I'm just a girl. Well, you're doing fabulous, darling. So if the corral is over here, I wonder if the rockadoodles could be in any of these sections. If I have to climb up over here, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try on this side. Maybe there will be a rockadoodle along the way. Chat. No, never mind. You want to doodle my rock? No, please don't. Please don't. Cat farts are silent and awful. I can only imagine. And plus their diets too? Woo! Terrible. Kitten farts, yeah. I wonder if they're around the corral section? The only places I've been able to see the rockadoodles so far is literally right by the dance hall. So maybe we should just concentrate over there, question mark? What's up, Sugar Plum? How are you doing? I will doodle on your rocks, will you? Chad, does anybody know where the rockadoodles are concentrated by? Like, am I in the wrong area? Oh, you can't, Sugar. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, would it just be this area then? The Gemstone Town area? Well, come on in. Hope you're having a great day. That wasn't a chicken, right? No. Where are you? I wish I could zoom out. I caught 2. Now I'm wondering if there's a set amount of rockadoodlers per day. So, like, maybe there's not going to be any more for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a frond hawk. Nap time. Yeah. Wasn't that a 90s animated film? I don't know, Willie. Was it? Okay, a house is going to be up here. We're still at Gemstone Mountain right now. You haven't lived with a dog in a while? No? Ooh, put on the catcher outfit and take Karopi with you. Okay, the catcher outfit. The one that I have up in one of my houses right now. We gotta go. I think it's one of these ones. So we'll see which house. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. And yet here we are. Oh, yes, this one? All right, well, it's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna, like, switch the outfit out. We'll do that one. You mind? Can you move on the side, please? We'll do that one. You're still in my way. It's cool. I get it. Like, I kind of barged in on your house. Okay. So, is it a full outfit? Or do I need to put on the parts of it? I don't actually know how this works. I'm missing something. The top? Oh god, I'm naked. Can you move? Yeah, we don't have the top. Can you can you get out of my goddamn way? I don't think that worked correctly. It's here. Okay, I think I got it that time. Jesus Christ. Okay, I've got that on. I've got that on. Right? Autumn critter? Is this the critter outfit that y'all are talking about? Oh, I'm cute. I don't know, though. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on in, darling. Orican, hello. It was a film? Interesting. Oh, you're so fine, Willie. We knew it wasn't anything bad, mostly. Come over here. I got you. I got you right where I wanted you. Speaking of, where's Crappie? Hello Kitty is out of her little hole, too. Good for her. You're always cute. Listen to me. But I like my little critter catching outfit. It just said the full critter catching outfit and then take Grumpy. Okay. We'll see if this works. Oh, I need to talk to him anyway. Hi. This is terrible. Just terrible. Can't you sense it? Rainbow Reef feels like a sore spot. Oh, right. The trash. I love picking up trash. Oh, is that why Hello Kitty was here? Yeah, you can absolutely help. Sure, everyone can be a friend of the ocean. Oh, God. Meet me at the bottom of the ocean. Chat. We've got sure thing. See you soon. Oh, boy. Sensational. Which one of you wrote this line? Which one of you wrote this line? I'm going to ban you in chat right now. I'm going to say see you soon. Why are you talking about Hello Kitty's hole? Because she... Where did that man go? He just busted out of here. Come back. Hey. 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 Sir, get back here! I'm gonna leap on you. Are y'all done? Did you see this? Chat, did you see this? Yeah, he was like, all right, I'm out. He went, Nyum. No, wait a second. I don't have my mermaid outfit on. Which I'm probably going to need on for this section, right? Yeah. Well, I just want to grab... Shit, I don't think I can grab him now. Hi. Hey, come here. Come here with me. Can you... Okay, the mermaid, Karapi, and mermaid Hello Kitty are really funny. The recycling plant, get it? How does it work? It's alive, and it eats garbage. Could it eat you? Okay, I have a lot of trash I collected, in fact. Chibi! Thank you for 13 months! I appreciate that. Thank you for growing our PP at tier 1. Chibi, darling, make sure you fill out our PP form so I can send you out a sticker in the mail. At your earliest convenience, of course. Thank you so much for the support. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Here's a few pieces of garbage to begin with. Sugar Plum, welcome on in, darling. Look at those TNV pippies! At least 8 more pieces. I'm pretty sure I have enough. I'm pretty sure I have plenty. What? Oh, do I have to bring it back to you? Do you want my trash? Do I gift you trash? No. Hi, I have trash, I think. You have enough trash. Okay. Well, you wouldn't let me use it before. I didn't know what to do, sir. Process into... Oh, coral keys for the coral chests or coral spores. I don't know what the coral spores are. You can actually recycle all items? I would never recycle my precious furniture pieces, though. Can I do all of them? Yes. Recycle. You need caffeine? Grab some caffeine. Do it. Someone say trash. The look on your face as he kept running just had me thinking you're a violent little thing. Thanks. I like to think I embody the pissed off nature of Zayden Ryerson on a daily basis. At least when things are floating away from me. It gave us an item. It better be good. A coral spore. It's rather fluffy. Check this out. Where are we going now? Oh! Are we gardening? We've got a barren patch. Yes. I don't know. Bumpy, delicate, or peculiar? I'll go with bumpy. Whoa! It's coral. You can plant coral spores in these patches to grow coral. Life finds a way. 3 different types to choose from, but only one type can be grown in each patch at a time. Also, each coral type attracts different species of fish. Okay. I really should ideally have one of each type at bare minimum. And then also coral keys. Neato. If you feed the recycling plant any old items besides trash, it spits out usable dye. Made from the OG item. Okay. Neato! That's fun. These violent ends have violent delights. My bestie finally read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Yes! Amazing. So, my new friend Nick that I met at book club, she finished Fourth Wing earlier in the week and she started Iron Flame yesterday or Wednesday and she's loving it. She's loving it. That's really fun. Oh my god. What's up, Bruce Wayne? How are you doing? Thank you, darling. How are you today? Happy Friday. The island appreciates your ongoing efforts. Oh, it's Kiki! Take this star fragment? Question mark? What am I using that for? This will be useful when the challenges ahead of you seem way too big. See you soon. Thanks, Lala. Be good to each other. Hey, I say that. Wait, who are you? Come back. Those were the twins that visited us at the nature preserve. Did you notice they were pink and blue just like Top Hat? Oh, are those part of, like, maybe that's his creator or something? Question mark? Let's keep fixing up the island and maybe they'll come back. Yay! Reef Revival. Fully restore Rainbow Reef. I did it, chat. I did it. Will, take care. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, we gotta get back up to the surface, but also I have to believe that there's gotta be like a fast travel point around here that I don't have, right? Like if the reef is over here, there's gotta be a fast travel point, you know? So where is it? Before I drown, if we could find one. Like, it's gotta be over here. There's still like 2 or 3 from the water section I have not gotten yet. No, there's no fast travel point over here? Really? I'm so surprised. Huh. So this is the closest one? There's only one in the comedy club. So, under the Rainbow Reef section, so far, there should be 4. So I've got one at the comedy club, one at the Kelp Maze, one at the Sunken Ship, and then a 4th one we have not found yet. So I had figured it might be by the Coral Reef section. Or, I'm sorry, the recycling plant, as they say. But the ocean area is very big in this game. Gotcha. Do you know where the 4th one is? Is it near maybe something that we've already been close to? Oh, Croppy is back over this way. Oh, way after, so it's nothing that I can do right now. Okay, okay. I didn't mean to because we were trying to work on another quest, so I needed the bug catching stuff, and then Kuropi was like, actually, can you help me out with something else? So I didn't mean to. I didn't actually mean to. It was a mistake, I assure you. I don't even know if we can catch any more rockadoodlers today. Come on, doodlers. Doodle my... Never mind. Doodle my rock. B, happy Friday. How are you today? I've only been able to catch 2. So what do you mean I'm gonna have to catch 6 of them? 6 doodles that are rocking and ignoring me? They may not spawn more until tomorrow. In which case, I'm gonna have to hunt Kuropi down again. Oh, we got one. Hi. I found you. Did I get an extra one? No. Little liar. We did have one in a different section, so I guess that's good news, question mark. I think there's one on the island. I don't know, chat. You told me they can fly, so now I think they're everywhere. Thank you, silly. I appreciate that. That's what I want to be here for. Interrogate him, but where your brothers are. Batman style. Hello, yes, I'm Batman. Tell me where your brothers are. Stat! Okay, we'll try this area. Did they stay to the path, or are they off, like, the beaten way? Hi, silly. Please don't doodle me a rock. But silly was offering. God. Thank you, Lauren. I'm trying to figure out if we want to do a longer stream today, if we're going to call it. I am nursing a headache. Do we do another hour? Do we take a break? We do. How am I feeling? I think I'm going to take care of myself. I think I'm going to listen to what I tell y'all about all the time. We had a beautiful 4-hour stream. I need to not feel guilty when I'm like, oh, it's a shorter stream today. By 2 hours, I still was here for 4 hours. Y'all ever just, like, need to cut yourself some slack? God. God. She's wild. Chat. We're gonna call it here for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for our beautiful Feral Friday stream. Thank you for growing our PP. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the alerts. Thank you for the subs. Y'all are amazing. And I appreciate the hell out of you. You are incredible. With the way I'm feeling today, I'm not going to raid. We will do that again next week. Y'all know I try and put myself first. I think I'm just going to shut down, head into bed. Maybe take a little nap as a treat. But a couple of things before we go. Run on over to my socials. If you were looking to follow me on a certain platform, we've got Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram I'm back to using as a personal and book account. I've also got my Goodreads and Storygraph for my book babes. Fill out the PP form if you didn't yet this week and you resubbed or gifted subs. Prime and gifted subs obviously are included. Hop in the Discord. We're going to be doing some more movie voting for Valentine's Day. And is that it? I think that's it. I love y'all so much. Have a beautiful weekend. I will see you on Monday for another 4-day week next week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The only, like, outside of the normal thing that we have going on is a sponsored segment on Monday. Other than that, we're going to see where the vibes are. More Hello Kitty, Sims, Infinity Nikki. We'll see where our heart fire takes us. I love y'all. Be good and kind to yourselves and each other. And I will see you then. Bye! Huge love to the mods, by the way, for kicking ass this week. Mods, we love you. I'm going to feed you some extra nibbles tonight because you deserve it. Bye, everybody.